Then we've got Ivory Coast against Norway. Another game where I think it's really tight to call. I'm interested by the fact that the bookies have Norway as pretty, not, I wouldn't even say slight favorites, decent sized favorites against Ivory Coast. I wouldn't agree with that. I look player for player, the whole 11s, and then just thinking about depth as well. I think Ivory Coast have the better squad. I think if they play their best team, they should actually be confident enough to take the game to a Norway and win. But obviously Norway have Haaland. And when you got Haaland and, Odegaard, Nusa, they got good players around them. They got a very dangerous attack.
Yeah.
They're always dangerous. They only need a few moments. So, yeah, what do you think about that game?
I think it'll be a very good, entertaining game. High level football, high level quality. Be a good watch for football purists. Tactical battle for sure. But I do think Ivory Coast will edge this one, just because I'm just going off Norway's previous games. They done very well against Senegal, done very well against who was the other team that in the group?
France. They had France and Curacao. No, who is it?
No, not
France
Curacao.
and
Wasn't
who
Jordan,
they
was
have?
it? I know
I can't
Jordan.
remember. France.
Or
Who
the other team
was it?
that
Yeah,
they
yeah.
had.
Yeah.
Uh, I just think this Ivory Coast team, they're a force to be reckoned with, man. They got quality all around. Obviously, you've mentioned Haaland, who is pretty much an equalizer in every game. I think he's gonna struggle against Ivory Coast just because of the brute physicality of their centre halves, and they're very good as well. Like, they're good on the ball. I saw against Senegal, there was a lot of individual errors from Koulibaly, which gifted Haaland chances. Obviously, with Haaland, he's always gonna make chances for himself just with his movement. And he's always going to be a threat in the box, but I just think that because they'll be able to keep him at bay and their quality going forward, it goes without saying, Ahmad. I think Ahmad will have a good game against the Netherlands. I mean, the Norwegian left back, Diamande as well. I don't think they can handle, their skill and physicality. In the midfield, I think the Ivorian midfield is superior to the Norwegian midfield. Well, yeah, I mean, it depends how Ivory Coast go with it. If they play the same team that they played against Germany, the 4-3-3 with Christ now as the most advanced midfielder, I think they'll win and they'll win. They'll control the game. But if they reward Pepe, because Pepe has been good in the games that he started, and play him number 10 and play 4-3-1, I think that'll be an end-to-end game, and that might favour Haaland a bit more or favour Norway a bit more, just due to the style of play. But I think Ivory Coast can do it. I think Ivory Coast will go through.
Yeah, I understand. I hear that. I think if they are gonna play that 4-2-3-1 Ivory Coast, you need it now playing. Like, I understand. Yeah, he's the most advanced, and when they play 4-3-3, but he can still play in a double pivot, 100%. Him and Sangare, I think that would work well. So I think that's the key in terms of helping them control the game a bit more, anyway. But yeah, I disagree with Norway being the clear favourites there. And then France against Sweden follows on that day. And France, I just think they're too good. I just think they're a very cohesive unit. I think Deschamps hasn't made any of his mistakes from the previous tournaments. He's trusting the players. I guess you'd think it's easy to pick a team like this, right? So maybe I shouldn't give him too much credit. But, we've seen plenty of managers mess up great situations that they have and overthink things and, let ego get in the way. He's actually, letting these players shine. I'm interested to see who the centre mid partnership is, because obviously last game it was Tchouaméni and Kone. Rabiot will probably come back in.
Yeah.
Either way, that should be fine against Sweden. I'm
Hmm.
thinking more about later on in the tournament where I don't really want to see that. But yeah, France easy win, I reckon. How about you?
Yeah, easy, man. They have too much quality in their attack, man. Doesn't matter who comes out of the team, who comes in, they're still gonna have ballers, man. It's too much. Honestly, it's too much, man. And I don't think they're gonna struggle until they meet like one of the top four teams. And when I say struggle, I mean just like an even game. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah.
there's
Like,
just too much quality in that attack, man. Honestly, and there's just too much quality and too much balance in that attack, which makes them so difficult to deal with. So
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
definitely going with
Yeah,
France in that game.
yeah. Obviously, Isak, Joker is a threat on the counter, but nah, France's defense as well is elite. So
Yeah.
and as you said, if one of the attackers don't show up, you've got three others there to show up. So it is what it is, man. Mexico against Ecuador. I think that would be quite a low scoring game, most likely. Just because Ecuador's defense is elite and how they're gonna set up. Think it's gonna be a tough game, a tough team to break down for Mexico. So I'm picking Ecuador to win that one. I think they'll knock the hosts out.
Mm.
They are the underdogs. Again, Bookie's underdog. I don't know if it's mainly about home, being a host nation, etc. What do you think?
It will be another close game, because Ecuador, they have a solid defense, solid midfield, but going forwards, they haven't looked too strong this tournament. They're lacking a real bagsman there. And Valencia, he's cool, he got the movement, he's active, but he's not a top striker. If they had
Yeah,
that top striker, because they got nippy wingers, they got tricky wingers, who are always gonna be running at you and they're a threat. But if they had a proper target man up there, or just a proper nine up there, who's experienced and has proper quality, then I reckon they could do serious things in this tournament. But
yeah. I've
without that,
forgotten the name of the guy that's come on for Valencia in the last game. Is it Cordoba? I can't even remember his name. But he looked like he has a bit more about him. I would maybe start him. But I know Enner Valencia
mm,
legend. It's a
yeah.
similar, well, a bit similar to
Uh,
the story we're having with Ghana. We'll get onto that.
mm.